Alright, I'm wrapping up the last Ratchet and Clank, and this is the skill point for Moonchild, I believe. That is what it's called. Be a Moonchild, which is to get all the Moonstones. I've got all of them except for these last two off screen, so we can just get through the rest of these skill points and whatnot. But I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like when I do get it. And here we go. Here we go. And as soon as we go, nope, there we go. So, got that guy out of the way, and I got a new item. I think that was the Slim Cognitos thing, I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm gonna sell this real quick. Okay, so I've already been selling a bunch of these to this guy, so I've made about 200,000 bolts. So now I'm gonna go off to do the Impossible Challenge. And now that I got a bunch of stuff upgraded and whatnot, I can actually do that, so. Transition to that. Accidentally lied. I meant we're gonna go to Slim Cognitos and get all the ship upgrades next, because off screen as well I went through a bunch of space stuff and got a bunch of Raritanium, and now I've made it look like this bad boy. It's got the nuke underneath, it's got the mines, it's got the missiles, it's got the other missiles, it's got the blasters, it's got everything. It's just rocking. The only thing it doesn't have is this. So we'll get the triple boost and then the skill point. There we go, nice ride, unlocked. And I think what just unlocked, ooh, and I got the PS3 achievement. I think that is what just unlocked for doing the Moonchild thing, but I really like this look that I have right now. Yeah, so I'm gonna stick with what I got here, but it is all decked out. It's got everything. This is like the coolest spaceship model I've ever seen. I know I said that last time, but it's freaking dope. And actually, before I do the Impossible Challenge, I'm going to upgrade my armor real quick. Okay, so here's the armor. This is the easiest one to get to. I'm not going to do that one yet. I'll do that in New Game Plus. I'll buy this one because it absorbs 66% of damage, which will come in very handy for the Impossible Challenge. Even though I have everything maxed out at this point, it'll still help a little bit. Okay, Impossible Challenge time. But now that I've gone through a couple things, welcome. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, evening, or night. And yeah, it's gonna be the last episode of Ratchet and Clank, Going Commando. Little heads up, I believe I talked about this in one of my episodes recently. I'm gonna take a break from Ratchet and Clank after this one. For anyone who's new to the channel, the main thing I'm working on right now is music, actually. I started my own business recently as an audio engineer. So that has been my main focus for a while. So that is also why I'm taking a bit of a break from Ratchet and Clank and sticking to just Silent Hill for next week. And maybe something for fun. Maybe a fun extra one that I don't edit too much like I was doing with Ratchet and Clank. We'll see. I may or may not do that. If I do, expect it on Wednesday. But new schedule's also coming out. I know this is not really the most interesting stuff to talk about, but it's the only thing I have to talk about at the moment since I'm just wrapping up the extras of this game. So the new schedule will be something along the lines of Silent Hill on, I think, Mondays and Fridays, or Mondays and Thursdays, and then Ratchet and Clank on Tuesdays and Thursdays or Fridays. And then Wednesday, depending on the week, I will just kind of do something that I just want to do for funsies, or a newer game, something to that effect. And then I'll throw in some shorts on the weekends for like the best ofs. So yeah, that's a quick little update, I guess, for what's going on with YouTube and music, if anyone's interested in music. I've really been enjoying the way I've been editing lately, like with Silent Hill and whatnot. And I'm thinking I'm going to bring it over a little bit into the Ratchet and Clank series, but not a whole lot, because I like keeping it very raw, not too much going on. I like it Game Grump style. Like, that is literally what I'm going to call it, because that's what it is. You just record for 30 minutes and you're done. Pretty much. And I want to add a couple things here and there, but not too much. It just depends on the video. Some videos I might not at all. And there is the Impossible Challenge. Got a skill point. And $200,000. You unlocked a new outfit for Ratchet. Oh yes, I remember this. You can play as Ratchet as a snowman. Okay, now I'm gonna finish the Protopet battle again, and this time I'm gonna go to New Game Plus, and I will just skip to the part where I either have max ammo, all the weapons, or something. I don't know what I'll skip to exactly, but I'm going to skip to that so you don't have to watch all that, because that's going to take me quite a long time. So anyway, on we go that way. All right, I've been playing New Game Plus, and so far I got Ratchet the Rhino 2.0, which I'll show you, or I think it's 2.0, just Rhino 2. I upgraded the Plasma Storm, so it's just a bigger thing that shoots like that, and it'll just electrocute things as it goes. I also upgraded the this guy, so instead of 1 mine, it shoots 4 or 5, and it's very destructive. And then I also upgrade this guy, which he now has a little, little gun on top, which is really funny, and it does more destruction when you blow up. And I used my last platinum bolt on this guy actually, so this one now has a lock-on mod. And you'll see how insane this mod is in a second, but before I do that, I wanted to show you the vendor, because here you purchase the mega weapons. So these are all the upgraded ones, the original ones. Then you buy the mega weapon version of it, and then you can upgrade that. So it's like a whole thing all over again. But what my goal is to buy all the weapons first, all these. And I don't think the mega weapons count toward the skill point or anything, so I'm not going to do that. No point in that. That'd be just for me for doing multiple runs that I would want to do on my own. So here, I'm actually going to buy this armor because, as it says somewhere around here, it repulses up to 90%. So kind of a no-brainer at this point that I'm just gonna, you know, get this guy in here. But I gotta show you this. So you see all these things? This is the Rhino, which should just be called Instant Death. My nanotech is also almost maxed out, so I'm gonna wait a second and play while I'm waiting on that. Also, if you look at the top right, next to the bolts, you notice there's a multiplier. That multiplier is based on how many enemies you kill, whatever, or something like that. The more enemies you kill, the higher it gets, up to 20, which is the max right now. And that's how you get a crap ton of bolts. A crap ton. And right now, with the Rhino 2, this is literally like, this is not a challenge. This is a slaughterhouse for all the enemies. And my word, the lag has been real on the PlayStation 3. I want to say one more thing about this game, this version at least. If you have a PlayStation 2, get the PlayStation 2. There's too many bugs in this game that have really annoyed me because the original game doesn't have a lot of issues that this PlayStation 3 port has, and it really is sad because it doesn't feel like the original game all the way. There's a lot of things missing, like shadow textures are missing, all of the things I've pointed out before. I've pointed out a bunch of things, but it's too much. It doesn't feel like the original game, so that's just my final thought on that. I just wanted to tell you, get the actual one. If you have the ability to get the actual one, get the actual one. It's very worth it. And with that being said, I think yeah, I'll upgrade in a second here. I'll have maxed out nanotech and everything. But look at this. That's insane. Oh, there we go. That's it. There, I got one more skill point to go. That is the max. Oh, also, there's a bunch of these other things. These are when you go into challenge mode, you get first person mode, which I think I would be terrible at. You get random stuff, which is the Sheepus Wars, which is kind of like the Sheep War thing. I think I might have shown you guys before. You can actually have 2 people play. That's the whole point, is you have 2 people play this, which that is bizarre. They threw that in there. And paintings, which is really cool. So this is like the concept art, which I really love. So they got this guy, and they talk about it and whatnot, but yeah, it's just really cool seeing the concept art, especially for stuff like that. That's very dark and like, it feels like a 2000s concept art for a video game, if that makes any sense. And I really love it. And shortcuts is really nice. This is where you literally can just go to any place you want, or certain places you want, I should say. Yeah, you got 29 out of 30 skill points, so I just need to get the last 2 weapons, and I'm good. Okay, I did the impossible challenge again. This time it gave me 2 million bolts, which is just enough to buy all the weapons. So I will finally have all of them once I purchase the Zodiac don't know if this will count for weapon envy. I mean, it will count towards it, but I don't know if this will finish it. So let's find out. No. Oh, yes. Yeah, that unlocked a couple new things. So now that I got everything, you have the making of video, cancel the commercials, sketchbook, which I was saying earlier, got all those. Yeah, so I got everything now, and Beach Boy is the last one, which is just Ratchet in the bathing trunks, which, I mean, it's the end. So now, of course, I'm going to put everything on that's ridiculous. So this is the perfect game right here. This is how we end this. Now, the last thing I need to do is I want to show you that one area I was talking about. Okay, so I made it back to the planet Bolden that has this area. Now, there is a way to get to this from a shortcut now that I've unlocked everything, but this is more exciting. So I'm going to set my, I'm going to change the time on my console real quick. Okay, I gave myself literally 2 minutes to get over here because I set it to 2:58 a.m. So hopefully I get there quick enough. I'm sure I will, so I'm not too concerned about it. And we'll see if this even works. Yeah, it does. Okay. This is something a little special. So if you saw that, it said Insomniac Museum. Now this, oh, I forgot, it's an actual thing you have to go to. This area is literally, well, I'll just let you see what it is, but it's very cool. I totally forgot there were enemies here, so this is weird. I think this is just back, and I don't want to do that. Oh no, so that's the Insomniac Museum. Okay. Okay, well, what's this then? Interesting. Return to ship. I don't remember this at all. So here we go. This is so cool. This is bringing back a lot of memories from PlayStation 2 when I found this and freaked out. Yeah, we're on Earth. Planet Burbank. That's hilarious. Oh, this is awesome. And he used some of my favorite music. The music from the desert one. Museum tour. He went Commando. I sure did. I think that's for getting all of them. So here, play help message.
This is Mike Stout. I'm a designer at Insomniac Games. Hi, welcome to the Insomniac Museum. Here you'll see some of the great things that never quite made it into the game, and you'll learn a little bit about life here at Insomniac Games.
This is cool. I wish that more game developers did stuff like this, and just companies, because this like gives you an insight to how they made the game. So it's just really fascinating that they threw this in here and like, these are the things that didn't make it into the game, but here's some ideas we had, and I love that. And I'm gonna mess around here for a bit because this was mainly why I wanted to. Ooh, yeah, it's obvious why it's nauseating, but it's cool that they tried to do this, you know. But yeah, this was the main reason I wanted to go to this, or do this episode and go to this area, just to show you guys some of the stuff they have. What is that? Oh, I love it. It's just great.
Hiya! This is Oliver Wade, the animation director here at Insomniac Games. The three-headed Hydra was a big cut from Ratchet Clank 1. It was originally intended as a mini-boss on Pokitaru. Ratchet battled this beast whilst riding a boat through blowfish-infested waters. However, it didn't end up being that much fun at all.
Oh yeah, and you get to see like how they made the they explain to you kind of how the explosions work and whatnot. To make your effect? Oh, I forgot about this. Can make it bigger. Oh, that's really neat. This is just so much like it's so much developerness to it. You know, like, I don't know. I wish more things like this would happen. Again, I've said that a couple friggin' million times now, but it's just fascinating to get to see this. To me, I don't know. This might be really friggin' boring to a lot of people, but to me, it's really cool. So then you make that mess. Can you imagine that going after you?
Corey here. This monstrous robotic squid was created for one of the Ratchet & Clank 2 prototype levels. Since that level never made it into the finished game, however, neither did poor Squiddy.
See, like some of these are really creepy to me as a kid, and I was like, oh, what is that? Because, you know, it's got no texture or anything like that, so it really was very bizarre to me. I do kind of remember this. I think this leads outside. And it's just like we're floating in clouds or something. Yeah, the hardest, quote unquote, whatever this is called. Yeah. Yeah, it just leads out here. Wherever here is.
Hey, this is Peter again. These teleporters were originally intended to go into several of the levels. Due to time constraints, however, they were eventually cut.
These teleporters? Whoa. Huh.
Brian Allgeier here. These escalating rows of blocks were used when we were in the early stages of creating Ratchet & Clank 1. They were used to test Ratchet's jump heights and jump distances to see which would be the most fun.
That's interesting. Huh. They tested it just for jump height. That's crazy to think about. I just love this kind of stuff because it makes the game more like, oh wow, people put a lot of time into this and it's not just like, oh, it was just a game. So it's really cool that they added that just so we could see it. Well, I guess that's it for this area. I don't know how to get up there if I even can. Maybe I can somehow, but I am unaware. Alright, here we go. Back to the ship. Well, I believe that is it. Got all the cheats, got all the skill points, all the movies are unlocked. I got the making of, canceled all that stuff. Now, if you really want to see that, someone's got it on YouTube somewhere, I guarantee. If you stuck around this long, I appreciate it. I know this is probably not the most entertaining thing in the world, but it's really cool for me. And I really love this game. This kind of thing will never, ever happen on my channel again. This is a once special time where I go above and beyond for a game to that extent. But for me, it's worth it because I really wanted to just share with the world how much this game means to me and how awesome it is. So I'm glad I got to do that. Next is Up Your Arsenal. I will be taking roughly a 2-week break, something around there. I'll still have videos coming out, but it'll be Silent Hill mostly and just some fun ones that I don't edit at all, so I can catch up on this and Silent Hill. So yeah, we'll see how many videos I put out next week. Probably 3, 4 max, and that'll be it. Until then, peace out, hang loose, rock on, God bless. Catch you in the next game. Bye-bye.